So, well, today we will discuss, we will start, in fact, we will start a new topic, and that one is vector calculus. So, in vector calculus, we have two different kind of results, two different kind of problems. First part is differential vector calculus, differential part of the vector calculus, and second one is the integral vector calculus, the integral part of the vector calculus. Today we will discuss fundamentals of this differential vector calculus, and in this topic we will cover differentiation of vectors, space curves or curves in space, and then how can we define tangent, principal, normal and binormal, then osculating plane, normal plane and rectifying plane. So, today we will discuss these following topics. First one is differentiation of vectors, okay, general rules of differentiation, then how we can define this space curves. This part is very, very important, and tangent, principal, normal and binormal, then osculating plane, normal plane and rectifying plane. Then we will discuss few problems related with problems using the general rules of differentiation, problem on angles between the two tangents, and problem for evaluating the unit tangent vectors. Okay. So, first topic is differentiation of vectors. How can we define this differentiation of vectors? So, if a vector R, okay, if a vector R varies continuously, vector R varies continuously as a scalar variable t changes, as a scalar variable t changes, then R is said to be a function of t. Then this vector R is said to be a function of t and is written as R is equal to Ft. R is vector. So, if a vector R varies continuously as this scalar variable t changes, then R is said to be a function of t and is written as R is equal to Ft. Then definition of this derivative. The derivative of the vector function R, the derivative of the vector function R is defined as limit delta t tend to 0 f t plus delta t minus f t divided by delta t. This one is the definition of this vector function R, derivative of vector function R. So, this means that this one is dr over dt. So, limit delta t tend to 0 f t plus delta t minus f t, clear, and we can write it as dr over dt or df over dt because R is Ft. So, df over dt or f dash t, clear. Now, what are the general rules of differentiation? General rules of differentiation are similar to those of ordinary calculus. Okay. What major difference is, provided the order of the factors in the vector product is maintained. So, order of the factors we should try to maintain the order of the factors in the vector products. Okay. So, fundamental rules, general rules of differentiation are similar to those of ordinary calculus. Now, first one is d over dt f plus g minus h. This can be written as df over dt plus dg over dt minus dh over dt. Similarly, d over dt f phi, phi is scalar, f is vector. Okay. So, df over dt phi plus f d phi over dt. d over dt f dot g is df over dt dot g plus f dot dg over dt. So, order should be maintained f g, clear, f g, here f and g, here f and g, clear. So, order of these factors in vector products is maintained. Now, d over dt f cross g is df over dt cross g plus f cross dg over dt, clear. Similarly, d over dt f g h is df over dt g h plus f dg over dt h plus f g d h over dt. And finally, d over dt f cross g cross h is df over dt cross g cross h, f cross dg over dt cross h plus f cross g cross dh over dt. So, all these these type of formulas, okay, or order of the factors in vector products is maintained. So, we have two important results before we move curves in space. Okay. So, here first result is if Ft has a constant magnitude, this point is important, constant magnitude. If Ft has a constant magnitude, then we have to show that f dot df over dt is equal to 0. Now, what is given? Ft has a constant magnitude, this statement is given, okay? Ft has a constant magnitude. This means magnitude of Ft is equal to constant. This statement is given. The magnitude of Ft is equal to constant. Now, we have to show that f dot df over dt is equal to 0. F dot df over dt is equal to 0. Now, since magnitude of Ft is equal to constant, this means Ft square is equal to constant. And Ft square magnitude is equal to constant means Ft dot Ft is equal to constant. Okay. Now, differentiating with respect to t. So, when you differentiate with respect to t, this means d over dt f dot f means Ft dot Ft is equal to, right side is constant. So, when you differentiate you will get 0, okay, and this result becomes f dot df over dt plus df over dt dot f is equal to 0, and this result nothing but 2f dot df over dt is equal to 0, and this result means df dot df over dt is equal to 0. Okay. This completes the proof. Clear? This completes the proof. So, we have to show that this result is equal to 0. Clear? So, by virtue of this statement, by virtue of this given statement, Ft has a constant magnitude, we can conclude that f dot df over dt is equal to 0. Okay. So, always remember, if Ft has a constant magnitude, then definitely f dot df over dt is equal to 0. Okay. And this statement means df over dt is perpendicular to f. Okay. This statement means df over dt is perpendicular to f. Now, second result, if Ft has a constant direction, then show that f cross df over dt is equal to 0, then cross product is equal to 0. Okay. If Ft has a constant direction, then show that this f cross df over dt is equal to 0. How can we prove this result? Now, what is given? Ft has a constant direction, this statement is given. अगर इसकी कोई कांस्टेंट डायरेक्शन है तो उस डायरेक्शन में कोई यूनिट वेक्टर भी होगा डेफिनेटली. सो लेट अस अज्यूम दैट g cap t is a unit vector in the direction of Ft, because Ft has a constant direction. So, in that direction, let us suppose that g cap t be a unit vector in the direction of Ft. This means we can write Ft like this way. Now, since Ft magnitude is equal to Ft has a constant direction. Okay, Ft has a constant direction, then show that f cross df over dt is equal to 0. So, let us suppose that this magnitude is equal to Ft, and this result means we suppose this result, magnitude of Ft is equal to Ft, and we know g cap is a unit vector towards that direction. So, this Ft can be written as Ft is equal to Ft g cap t. तो जब आप इसका मैग्नीट्यूड लोगे तो ये मैग्नीट्यूड आ जाएगा, Ft का मैग्नीट्यूड Ft आ जाएगा और g कैप का मैग्नीट्यूड 1 आ जाएगा, बिकॉज g कैप इज द यूनिट वेक्टर टुवर्ड दैट डायरेक्शन. ओके. नाउ डिफरेंशिएटिंग विद रिस्पेक्ट टू t. सो व्हेन यू डिफरेंशिएट, दिस बिकम्स df over dt is equal to f dg cap over dt plus df over dt g cap. So when you differentiate with respect to t, you will get this result. Okay. Now since Ft has a constant magnitude, this implies g cap is also a constant direction. G cap has also a constant direction. This means this result is 0. Clear? Because g cap has a constant direction. Okay, constant. This means g cap is a constant vector. So this means this result is equal to 0. So when this result is equal to 0, we get only df over dt g cap. Okay. So we get only df over dt is equal to df over dt g cap. Okay, because this result is 0. Okay. Now let us calculate f cross df over dt. So f cross df over dt is f is small f g cap. So small f g cap cross df over dt. df over dt is curly f over df over dt g cap. So df over dt g cap. So and this result becomes f df over dt g cap cross g cap. And g cap cross g cap is 0. So result becomes f cross df over dt is equal to 0, and this completes the proof. So in this way we can prove these two important results. If ft has a constant direction, then f cross df over dt is equal to 0. Now, let us solve few problems related with these general rules of differentiation. Suppose vector A is given. A is equal to 5t square I cap plus t j cap minus t cube k cap, and B is equal to sin t I cap minus cos t j cap. Okay. So, these two vectors has been given. Now, find d over dt A dot B and d over dt A cross B. Clear? So, A is given, B is given, then you can evaluate these two important results. Okay. So, d over dt, as we know by definition, A dot dB over dt plus dA over dt dot B. Substitute the value of A and B, okay, and dB over dt and d over dt. Substitute all these values. So, A is this 5t square I cap plus t j cap minus t cube k cap dot dB over dt. B is given. So, dB over dt is cos t I cap minus sin t j cap, okay, this plus dA over dt 10t I cap plus j cap minus 3t square k cap, okay, and dot B is sin t I cap minus cos t j cap. So, calculate this dot product, okay, you will get this 5t square cos t plus 11t sin t minus cos t. So, in this way you can evaluate the value of this d over dt A dot B. Similarly, you can evaluate d over dt A cross B. This d over dt A cross B is A cross dB over dt plus d over dt cross B. Now, substitute again the values of these. Okay. Now, take cross product. Okay. So, when you consider this cross product, so finally you will get the coefficient of I cap, you will get the coefficient of j cap, and you will get the coefficient of k cap. Clear? So, this means that when you calculate this A cross B or derivative of A cross B with respect to t, you will get a vector. But when you calculate this A dot B, that one is a scalar, right? So, d over dt becomes scalar. So, you will get 5t square cos t plus 11t sin t minus cos t, but here you will get the coefficient of I cap, j cap and k cap. So, in this way you can evaluate all these things. Okay. So, let us come to the main topic. What is space curves or curves in space? So, let us suppose this one is a curve. Okay. This one is a curve. At this position, this one is a tangent, and toward this direction t cap is the unit vector. Okay. Now, perpendicular to t cap, this one is a principal normal, and toward this direction n cap is the unit vector. And perpendicular to these two both, okay, we have a binormal, and in that direction b cap is the unit vector. Okay. And the plane in between b cap and t cap is known as rectifying plane. Plane in between b cap and t n cap is known as normal plane, and the plane in between t cap and n cap is known as osculating plane. Okay. So, this one is a curve. Okay. So, on the same line we can understand this three curves and three simultaneously plane. तो इसका मतलब ये होगा कि कर्व के जितने भी पॉइंट हैं, चाहे मैं यहाँ पर कंसीडर करूँ, चाहे मैं यहाँ पर कंसीडर करूँ, चाहे मैं यहाँ पर कंसीडर करूँ या यहाँ पे कंसीडर करूँ. So, at every point on the curve there exist three mutually perpendicular lines. Those lines are known as tangent, principal normal and binormal, and three mutually perpendicular planes which are known as osculating plane, normal plane and rectifying plane. So, associated with each point on a curve, there is a set of three mutually perpendicular lines, and those lines are known as tangent, principal normal and binormal, and are three mutually perpendicular planes determined by these in pairs and is known as osculating plane, normal plane and rectifying plane. Okay. So, this one is a today's topic. How can we calculate all these things? Okay. So, let us consider this one. So, first one is tangent at a point. Okay. So, let us suppose this x axis, y axis, z axis, origin, and this one is a curve. Okay. this initial point at t naught, when t is equal to t naught, point is p naught. Okay, this one is a point p at time t, and this one is a neighboring point q at time t plus delta t, and the position vector this OP is r at t, and position vector here r t plus delta t, and this one is the arc length delta s, and this delta r is the chord pq. Okay, and at this point obviously this one is the tangent, and this x be any point on this tangent, this one about the figure. So let r is equal to x t I cap plus y t j cap plus z t k cap be the position vector of a point P. So this point P. Okay. So let r is equal to x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap be the position vector of a point P. We observe that as the scalar parameter t takes different values, जैसे जैसे t की वैल्यू डिफरेंट होती जाएगी ये पॉइंट मूव करता जाएगा. ओके, सो देन द पॉइंट p traces out a curve in space. So by changing the different values of parameter t, clear, this point p traces out a curve in space, and that curve is known as curve in space or space curves. Clear. So how can we define this tangent at a point? And here we will discuss tangent at a point and what is the vector equation of the tangent and what is the formula for evaluating the arc length. Arc length means this one. This s is the arc length between p naught to p. How can we evaluate this s? Okay. So all these formulas are very, very important in the proceeding topics of this vector calculus. Okay. How can we evaluate this s? And this one is a neighboring point. Okay. So formula for evaluating the arc length. Okay. So if the neighboring point q, this point q correspond to t plus delta t, then definitely delta r is equal to r t plus delta t minus rt. Clear? So if the neighboring point q correspond to t plus delta t, then delta r is equal to r t plus delta t minus rt. ये क्लियर है? ठीक है. अगर इसका पोजीशन, इसका ये पोजीशन वेक्टर जो आर टी प्लस डेल्टा टी है, इसका आर टी है, तो डेल्टा आर कैसे कैलकुलेट करोगे? डेल्टा आर इज दिस माइनस दिस. ओके, ओके. नाउ एज डेल्टा टी इज स्केलर, देन delta r is this, so divided by delta t. So delta r over delta t is equal to this result divided by delta t. Clear? So as delta t is scalar, then the vector delta r over delta t, which is equal to this, is parallel to this pq, parallel to this pq. इसका मतलब delta r over delta t जो है, ठीक है, that one is parallel to pq. That one is parallel to pq. This means directed along the chord pq. Directed along the chord pq. So delta r over delta t जो है, that the direction of this delta r over delta t is parallel to this direction, parallel to this direction, or directed along the chord pq. Now taking the limit, limit means q approaches towards p. देखिए जब ये q यहाँ पर होगा तो इसकी डायरेक्शन ऐसे हो जाएगी, जब ये यहाँ पर होगा इसकी डायरेक्शन ऐसी हो जाएगी, और जब ये पॉइंट यहाँ पर होगा तो इसकी डायरेक्शन वही हो जाएगी जो टेंजेंट की डायरेक्शन है. ओके, सो टेकिंग द लिमिट व्हेन q approaches towards p, q approaches towards p means delta t tend to 0, delta t tend to 0, this delta t tend to 0, then you will get this line. Okay, so we get limit q approaches towards p, and consequently this means delta t tend to 0, delta r over delta t. Now this result becomes the tangent vector. This term, this ratio, limit value of this ratio, which becomes the tangent vector to the curve at p. तो आपका ये जो chord है ये आपका tangent बन जाएगा. Clear? So becomes a tangent vector to the curve at p whenever it exists and is not 0. Okay, this means limit q approaches towards p, delta t tend to 0, delta r over delta t. By definition of limit, this result is dr over dt, and you know dr over dt is r dash. Okay, dr over dt is r dash. This means the vector r dash, which is equal to dr over dt, is the tangent to the space curve r is equal to ft. Okay, so this one is the tangent to the space curve r is equal to ft. So remember, this r dash means dr over dt is nothing but tangent to the space curve r is equal to ft. R is the position vector of this. Okay, so when you differentiate with respect to t, you will get dr over dt, and that becomes the tangent to the space curve r is equal to ft. Now what is the vector equation of the tangent? How can we write the vector equation of the tangent? इसकी vector equation कैसे लिखोगे आप? Okay. Now if you use the scalar parameter and r is the position vector of the point p, clear, and x be the position vector, तो देखिए अगर आपको इसकी इक्वेशन लिखनी है तो एक पॉइंट आपको यहाँ पे डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा. सो x बी द पॉइंट लाइंग ऑन दिस टेंजेंट वेक्टर. ओके, सो x इज द पोजीशन वेक्टर ऑफ एनी पॉइंट ऑन द टेंजेंट. देन वेक्टर इक्वेशन ऑफ द टेंजेंट एट p इज x इज इक्वल टू r plus u dr over dt. This becomes x and r is ft plus u and dr over dt is r dash means f dash t. So this one is the vector equation of this tangent, vector equation of this tangent. Now next point is very very important. How can we evaluate the arc length, small arc? Okay, so formula for evaluating the arc length. Now let us suppose this p naught be a fixed point on this curve. This p naught be a fixed point on this curve and corresponding to t is equal to t naught, corresponding to t is equal to t naught. Then if s is the length of the arc p naught p, so this one s is the length between p naught and p, then delta s over delta t, this one is a ratio of two small distances. Okay, so delta s over delta t means this small time interval. Okay, so delta s is this, delta s is this, delta t is this. Okay, so since q is the neighboring point corresponding to this r t plus delta t. Okay, corresponding to t is equal to t plus delta t. So calculate delta s over delta t, क्योंकि हमें calculate क्या करना है, हमें s calculate करना है. ठीक है, अगर मैं ये calculate कर लूँ तो integrate करके मैं s calculate कर सकता हूँ, right? So first calculate delta s over delta t. It becomes delta s over magnitude of delta r, magnitude of delta r, delta t. तो ये क्रॉस करके सेम रिजल्ट आता है. वी कैन राइट लाइक दिस वे. ओके, नाउ दिस डेल्टा एस इज नथिंग बट आर्क पी क्यू, दिस आर्क पी क्यू, दिस डेल्टा एस इज आर्क पी क्यू एंड डेल्टा आर इज नथिंग बट कॉड पी क्यू, कॉड पी क्यू. नाउ डेल्टा आर एंड डेल्टा टी, सो दिस मैग्नीट्यूड वी कैन राइट लाइक दिस वे. क्लियर? नाउ as q approaches towards p along the curve qp, that is delta t tend to 0, that is delta t tend to 0, then this ratio tends to 1. Okay, so limiting value means as q approaches towards p, this means delta t tend to 0, this ratio tends to 1. Okay, so when this ratio tends to 1, so limit q approaches toward p, delta t tend to 0, delta s over delta t is equal to limit q approaches toward p, delta t tend to 0, and it becomes delta r over delta t magnitude. So this delta s over delta t is equal to magnitude of delta r over delta t, because this ratio is tends to 1. Okay, so this result is can be written like this. Now this ratio, this limiting value of this ratio is nothing but ds over dt, and limiting value of this ratio is dr over dt, and this dr over dt can be written as r dash t magnitude. What is r? R is xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Okay, so magnitude of r dash t, so ds over dt is equal to this. Now r dash is continuous, then by taking integration the arc p naught p is given by. Okay, so s is equal to r dash t, r dash magnitude dt and integral t naught to t. So from this point to this point, purpose is to evaluate this value s. Okay, so this result is t naught to t x dash square plus y dash square plus z dash square under root, because r is xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Okay, so this s can be written like this, and this is the required formula for evaluating the length of an arc. Okay, तो ये जो रिजल्ट है ये बहुत बार यूज होगा. ठीक है, सो इसको आप ध्यान से देख लो कि ये रिजल्ट कैसे कैलकुलेट करना है. ठीक है, और अप्लाई कैसे करना है. ओके, now see, ds over dt, as we know in the previous slide, ds over dt is equal to dr over dt magnitude. Okay, so replace this s by in place of t, replace this t, okay, by s. So if we take s as a parameter in place of t, then the magnitude of the tangent vector is equal to 1. कैसे? ds over ds is equal to magnitude of dr over ds. So dr over ds is equal to 1. और ये magnitude 1 कब होता है? अगर कोई यूनिट वेक्टर हो. Clear? So this means that if we denote the unit tangent vector by t cap, then t cap is equal to dr over ds. So always remember, if r is given, then you can evaluate t cap. If r is given, then you can evaluate this t cap. Okay, unit vector towards that direction, and that can be evaluated by using this formula. Okay, if r is a function of t, then you can write dr over dt and dt over ds. So dt over ds means ds over dt, डिनोमिनेटर में ds over dt, तो ds over dt निकालना है, और ds over dt कब निकलेगा, जब आपका s निकलेगा। तो इसका मतलब जब भी आपको t कैप निकालना होगा तो s तो आपको निकालना ही पड़ेगा, तभी आप ये जो t कैप है वो आप निकाल पाओगे। सो इफ वी डिनोट द यूनिट टेंजेंट वेक्टर बाय t कैप, देन वी हैव t कैप इज इक्वल टू dr over ds. Now second part is what is principal normal. Okay, so how can we define this principal normal? Now see, t cap is the unit vector, as we know, as we defined in the previous slide, t cap is the unit vector. Then by definition dt cap over ds dot t cap is equal to 0. अब ये रिजल्ट क्या शो करता है, ये रिजल्ट शो करता है कि dt cap over ds is perpendicular to t cap, और दूसरा रिजल्ट क्या शो करता है, dt cap over ds जो है वो आपका 0 है, बिकॉज t cap तो 0 हो नहीं सकता, t cap is the unit vector. Clear? So this means dt cap over ds is perpendicular to t cap and dt cap over ds is equal to 0. और dt cap over ds is equal to 0 का क्या मीनिंग है कि आपका t cap की जो डायरेक्शन है that one is a constant. Okay, so t cap is a constant vector with respect to the arc length s and so has a fixed direction. तो इसका मतलब t cap की आपकी डायरेक्शन जो है वो फिक्स्ड है. Clear? So t cap is constant vector with respect to the arc length s and so has a fixed direction. This means the curve is a straight line. The curve is a straight line. Clear? So if we denote a unit vector to the curve at p by n cap, if we denote a unit vector to the curve at p by n cap, then dt cap over ds is in the direction of n cap, because that one is a perpendicular. So in that direction, let us suppose that n cap is the unit vector. Okay, in that direction, let us suppose that n cap is the unit vector. Okay, n cap is the unit vector. So this means dt cap over ds is in the direction of n cap. Okay, which is known as principal normal to the space curve at p, which is known as principal normal to the space curve at p. Okay, so in this way you can define what is principal normal, and towards principal normal dt cap over ds is in the direction of this n cap. Okay, तो अगर आपको r दिया होगा तो t cap निकाला जा सकता है, और अगर t cap दिया हो तो आप इस ढंग से n cap भी निकाल सकते हो by evaluating dt cap over ds. Clear? Now how can we define osculating plane? And we know osculating plane means the plane in between t cap and n cap, means the plane in between tangent and principal normal is nothing but known as this osculating plane. Clear? So the plane between t cap and n cap is called the osculating plane of the curve at p. That one is the definition of this osculating plane. Okay. So third point is how can you define binormal, which is perpendicular to both t cap and n cap. Okay. So a third unit vector b cap defined by b cap is equal to t cap cross n cap is called binormal at p, is called binormal at p. Since t cap and n cap both are unit vectors, then definitely b cap is also unit vector perpendicular to both t cap and n cap. Clear? So b cap is also unit vector, perpendicular to both t cap and n cap. Hence b cap is normal to the osculating plane. So b cap is normal to this osculating plane at p. Clear? So what is the final conclusion about this whole analysis? At each point p of a space curve, there are three mutually perpendicular unit vectors t cap, n cap and b cap, which form a moving trihedral, such that t cap is equal to n cross b cap, n cap is equal to b cross t cap, b cap is equal to t cap cross n cap. Okay. So this means that t cap is equal to n cross b, n cap is b cross t, b cap is t cross n. Okay. And this moving trihedral determines the following three fundamental planes at each point of the curve. First, osculating plane containing t and n, normal plane containing n and b, and rectifying plane containing b cap and t cap. So in this way you can define each and every plane. Clear? Three mutually perpendicular planes. Clear? So these are three planes containing these unit vectors, right? And we have few remarks regarding how can we evaluate these planes, right? So the tangent is always parallel to dr over ds. We have already discussed this tangent. This tangent is parallel to dr over ds. The principal normal is parallel to d square r over ds square. Clear? Binormal is, this binormal is parallel to the vector this cross this, dr over ds cross d square r over ds square. Then write the equation of normal plane. Normal plane at a point P which with position vector r is x minus r dot dr over dt. तो अगर आपने ये नॉर्मल प्लेन की इक्वेशन निकालनी है, ठीक है, तो आप ये देखा करो dr over ds दिया हुआ है, तो dr over dt लेके आपने चलना, बिकॉज r is a function of this t. Clear? So when r is a function of t, then you can write dr over dt here. So when you calculate this normal plane is x minus r dot dr over dt. Clear? Second is osculating plane. Osculating plane is this. Clear? Osculating plane is this. So in this direction is parallel to this cross this, means equation of osculating plane is x minus r dot dr over dt cross d square r over dt square, and that can be written like this way. Similarly, you can find rectifying plane. What is the equation of rectifying plane? Rectifying plane is x minus r dot d square r over dt square is equal to 0. That one is the equation of this rectifying plane. Okay. So let us solve two problems related with unit vectors. Okay. So problem on angle between the tangents and unit vectors. So find the angle between the tangents to the curve r. Find the angle between the tangents to the curve r. R is t square I cap plus 2tj cap plus minus t cube k cap at the point t is equal to plus 1 and t is equal to minus 1. So at t is equal to plus 1 and t is equal to minus 1, write the equation of the tangent and then find the angle between these two tangents. Okay. So let us suppose that t1 and t2 be the two tangents at t is equal to plus 1 and t is equal to minus 1 respectively. Clear? So let us suppose t1 and t2 be the two tangents, right? So purpose is to find the angle between the tangents t1 and t2. Okay, and we know that t1 dot t2 is equal to magnitude of t1 dot magnitude of t2 cos theta. Purpose is to evaluate the value of theta. Clear? Okay, so find the value of theta. So we have given the vector equation of the curve. This statement is given, r is equal to this. This one is the vector equation of the curve, right? R is equal to t square I cap plus 2tj cap minus t cube k cap. So calculate this dr over dt, because the tangent at any point t is given by, we know the tangent at any point t is given by dr over dt. So when you calculate dr over dt, you will get 2t I cap plus 2j cap minus 3t square k cap. Clear? Now at t is equal to t1 is tangent at t is equal to plus 1, t2 is the tangent at t is equal to minus 1 respectively. So substitute the value of t is equal to plus 1 and t is equal to minus 1 to calculate the value of t1 and t2. Okay. So t1 is equal to this, t2 is equal to this. So magnitude is equal to under root 17, magnitude of this is equal to under root 17. The reason is we need magnitude of t1 and magnitude of t2. Clear? So substitute all these values and you will get this result under root 17 cos theta. Okay. So this result is equal to this. So t1 dot t2 is equal to t1 magnitude t2 magnitude cos theta, and t1 and t2 we have already here this. So we obtain this 17 cos theta. So this means theta is equal to 9 is equal to 17 cos theta. So theta is equal to cos inverse 9 over 17. So this one is the angle between these two tangents at t is equal to plus 1 and t is equal to minus 1. So in this way, if r is given, you can evaluate the tangents at particular points at particular time. Okay. Then you can find the angle between these two type of tangents. Okay. Then one more problem related with the how can we evaluate the unit tangent vector. Okay. So find the unit tangent vector at any point of the curve. X is t square plus 2, y is equal to 4t minus 5, z is equal to 2t square minus 60, where t is any variable. Also determine the unit tangent vector at any point t is equal to 2. तो चलो ये तो इजिली इवेल्युएट हो जाएगा। टी की वैल्यू 2 लास्ट में सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दीजिए आप, जो भी यूनिट टेंजेंट वेक्टर आता है। क्वेश्चन इज हाउ कैन वी इवेल्युएट दिस यूनिट टेंजेंट वेक्टर। सो वी नो द वेक्टर इक्वेशन ऑफ दिस कर्व इज r इज इक्वल टू x I कैप प्लस y j कैप प्लस z k कैप। This r is given, okay, r is given x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. Substitute the value of x y z here, okay, we obtain this, the coefficient of I cap, coefficient of j cap, coefficient of k cap, and these are the function of t. Clear? So r is this. Purpose is to find the unit tangent t cap, unit tangent vector t cap, and we know t cap is equal to dr over dt divided by magnitude of dr over dt. So t cap can be evaluate like this way, dr over dt magnitude of dr over dt. Clear? अब देखिए dr over dt can be evaluated and we obtain this, and magnitude of this we obtain this, okay. Then t cap is dr over dt divided by dr over dt magnitude, so this divided by this, so we obtain this one, this one is the unit vector at any point on the curve this. And second part is also determine the unit tangent vector at any point t is equal to 2. So substitute t is equal to 2 here. So when you substitute t is equal to 2 here, okay, so you will get this 2 I cap plus 2 j cap plus k cap divided by 3. So this one is the unit tangent vector at t is equal to 2. तो क्वेश्चन को अंडरस्टैंड करिए आप, दिया क्या है आपके पास, ठीक है। सो अकॉर्डिंगली यूज द फार्मूला। अब ये सारे फार्मूले जो हैं वो अभी आपने प्रीवियस स्लाइड्स में देखे हैं, तो इसकी और ज़्यादा कुछ और प्रॉब्लम करिए आप, ठीक है ना। दिस टॉपिक इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, मैं बार बार रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ठीक है। तो इस टॉपिक के जो फंडामेंटल्स हैं उनको आप अच्छे से अंडरस्टैंड करिएगा, ठीक है। और ये सारी चीज़ें जो हैं, ये जो पार्ट ऑफ डिफरेंशियल वेक्टर कैलकुलस जितना भी है कंपोनेंट, ये आपको अच्छे से आना चाहिए, ठीक है ना। सो next time we will discuss a few more topics related to this differential vector calculus, like Freinet formulas, how can we define curvature, radius of curvature, torsion, radius of torsion, and few related problems for evaluating the curvature and torsion, okay, of the given problem, right. So thank you very much.